So for this week's Real Talk with Cullen, we're going to be talking about things that stress me out but shouldn't. I have these things that just sort of make me like, oh no, darn, what's going on? And really they shouldn't. They're things that don't bother other people. The biggest is probably eating. Like, part of me loves to eat, part of me hates to eat, part of me prefers just to eat foods that don't taste like anything that I know are good for me. But I can't eat kale. Like, I tried, but I can't. And sometimes when I know I'm gonna be eating something, it stresses me out. Like, if I'm gonna have pizza, I'm nervous. Like, maybe I shouldn't have pizza. But trying to be healthy is hard. But then there's also the fear that you're not eating enough, which isn't good for you, and that you're not getting in all the different nutrients you need. So some people are like, I love eating, and part of me is like, yeah, I love eating too. But then other part of me is like, it's also a lot of stress. Oh, and then there's the people who are like, do you eat to live or do you live to eat? And I'm like, what does that even mean? Or there's all those articles people post about how if you have one thing of sugar, you will destroy your brain and be fat forever and die and something and get cancer. And I'm like, well, everything causes cancer. I don't know. We all gotta die someday. It's just overwhelming. Like, the stuff that people say, first gluten, then sugar, then meat, and I'm like, what am I supposed to eat? I don't live on a farm or in pioneer times. Another thing that stresses me out is when you're walking down the street and someone's they're either right behind you, in your peripheral vision. It's like, is there a kick me sign on me? Is there something on my back that you're trying to get off of me? Like, why are you so close to me? Or the people that walk on the wrong side of the street. Like, in general, walking is like driving. You walk on the right side, and then you get these people that are zigzagging, or that they stop suddenly in the middle of the busy street to look at their phone, or they just walk in huge groups and take up the whole thing, or they just move around in odd ways, and you try and move to avoid them, then they move in the direction that you move to avoid them, and I'm like, why do you have to make walking so hard? It's literally walking. See, it's stressing me out. It's just literally walking. Why does it stress me out? Babies can do it. So say I'm in the gym lifting weights, looking in the mirror, and when someone else stands right behind me, I feel guilty because I'm blocking their line of sight. I don't try and stand in front of people because I don't want to block their line of sight. But I was already there. They stood behind me. But I still feel bad about it. But I shouldn't. But I'm still oh gosh, I'm in their way. I'm in their way, and they probably hate me. Compliments stress me out because it just reminds me of the problem that I probably have. Someone's like, you're so healthy. I'm like, do you know how much chocolate I ate yesterday? Why are you telling me I'm healthy? We know that's not true. Just because I exercise sometimes. Yeah, when people give you compliments, you're just kind of like, thanks? Did they mean that? Did they secretly not mean that? Or maybe they mean it and then you feel like that they're wrong. If they tell you that you're good at something and you're like, but I'm not. You know that I'm not good at this, right? And I know you're great. Are you being sarcastic? I don't know. Yeah, compliments are just stressful to me. Especially truisms, you are tall. I'm like, yes, I am. I didn't do anything to achieve this. It was given to me. Or sometimes you're just sitting there and you just remember every bad decision or awkward thing you said or did any time in your life, and every embarrassing moment, and you just get overwhelmed by all the stuff you did in the past that no one remembers. Only you remember that. I know other people do this because I see memes about it. Only you remember all the weird, random, embarrassing stuff you've done. Maybe other people remember one or two things, but even then, middle school can be a blur, and I have a good memory. So just I'll set it up, and you just gotta let it go. Another irrational fear is that I'm listening to my music too loudly when I'm running or working out or just in my room, and that other people can hear it and that they know what I'm listening to. If I'm listening to something that's not very cool or popular, or just a random song from a musical, and people hear it and they're like, what the F is this guy listening to in the gym? Maybe it's Carly Rae Jepsen, and they're like, why are you listening to that? I test it, and I'll pull them out and see can anyone else hear, and then I typically can't, but I don't know. part of me is always afraid that everyone can hear my music and thinks I'm a total weirdo because I tend to just put my iPod on shuffle and random things come up. As you can see, there's a lot of just random things that sort of stress me out in life. And I want to know if I'm the only one. So comment below and let me know if those random things stress you out in life, or give me some of the other random things that are just oddly stressful but probably shouldn't be. Bye!